Hey y'all, my name's Ezra Dahl, and I'm reaching out to you today because I've hit a financial gap that I'm unable to cover on my own. And going into the holidays, I'm a little worried about being able to keep my home. I was let go in the middle of October, and immediately I started applying for unemployment and looking for work. Meeting all the requirements, interviewing, meeting with recruiters, trying to move my career forward. And unfortunately, the process to get my claim processed and get payments going hit some speed bumps right away. I was put into a review process in which I had to go and jump through quite a few hoops and dispute the claim in order to then get Oregon to finally pay one payment out of that first month. Since then, I've had zero payments, and I did one freelance project a few weeks later to help me cover the bills for January, which was massively helpful from a very close friend of mine who went out of his way to look out for me. Unfortunately, that flagged my account for excess earnings and then put the whole process back in review again. So in 2.5 months of unemployment, I've gotten one payment. And as you can imagine, that has meant that I've had to burn through all of my backups and my reserves that I had as a just in case to get me and my son through the holidays and cover our expenses while I try to figure out what I'm going to do next. I'm at a point now where I have zero income coming in, and I just need support to help keep a roof over our heads and make things work. I'll be sharing screenshots to show what this looks like on the unemployment side, just so you can understand what I'm facing. Right now, the support that I'm reaching out for is to help me cover basic living costs while unemployment works to resolve itself and those payments start coming in regularly. I've set a goal for $10,000, which would cover me and Otto for 3 months of rent, bills, living expenses, and just allowing us to get our feet under us. This fundraiser is not a long-term solution. This is simply a stopgap and a bridge to get me to the next phase of my life. If I exceed that $10,000, then that money will be going into the financing of a teaching degree. I'm really hesitant about putting myself back into student debt, but I can kind of see the writing on the wall that our career is coming into a really tough space, and I think it's time for me to explore options outside of my field and look at my next steps going forward that are more long-term sustainable. I'm actively applying for work, exploring opportunities, and exploring opportunities outside of my field. So also, if you hear of anything, let me know. If you're able to help, I would be incredibly grateful. If you can't, sharing this would mean the world to me. I know a lot of people are in this position right now in my field as well as otherwise, and I'm sorry to hear that as well. And I think we can all make it through it. But I appreciate your time, I appreciate your kindness, and I absolutely appreciate your support. Thank you so much, and have an amazing holiday and Christmas.